Hello, welcome to Dear Dr. Mao, every Mondays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Today's topic is protecting your health during protests-related COVID surge. Obviously, our nation is in pain and turmoil recently with people taking to the streets to protest the tragic death of George Floyd due to police brutality and structural racism. Also, let's not forget, though, that we are still in the midst of COVID-19 pandemic. As such, the virus has found new environments to which to spread across the United States and the rest of the world. At least 75 cities in the U.S. have seen widespread demonstrations and social unrest, and is bound to escalate to other parts of the world. With so many protests happening that are getting so much bigger, just as the pandemic is showing signs of slowing down, the surge of COVID-19 infection due to the protests is a matter of when and where it will explode. Unfortunately, even the COVID-19 pandemic has harmed colored people disproportionately in America. While about 13% of Americans are black, a quarter of all COVID-19 deaths have been black people due to discrimination and ageism in public health. The Constitution of the United States guarantees freedom of speech, and protesting is protected by constitutional and international law, and yet at this moment with the pandemic, it is also very dangerous. Justifiably so, people are angry, and protesting peacefully is a way to vent that anger. I want to remind you that there are also other ways to express your discontent and outrage. To address the fundamental systemic racism, write and call your congressional representative and urge them to re-examine and institute laws to prevent injustices and needless death that occur all too often. Your voice counts. It is also safer. However, if you still wish to join a protest, you should protect your health in order to mitigate your risk of catching and passing on the virus to someone else, especially to the elderly and vulnerable population that have pre-existing diseases. The virus seems to spread the most when people yell, such as to chant a slogan, sneeze, to expel pepper spray, or cough after, say, inhaling tear gas. It is transmitted most efficiently in crowds, and just a few contagious people can infect hundreds of susceptible people around them. The virus can also spread especially easily in small cramped spaces such as police vans and jails. Here are my recommendations if you decide to join a peaceful protest. All protesters should wear a mask over their mouth and nose to reduce the risk of transmitting the virus. Wear long-sleeve shirts, pants, and gloves. Pre-record your chants on your smartphone and bring a Bluetooth speaker that played loudly instead of chanting and screaming. Use noisemakers, drums, and written signs. Also wear shatterproof goggles, a bike helmet, and saline spray bottle in case you get pepper sprayed. This will soothe the irritant in your eyes, nose, and face to reduce coughing and sneezing, which are the pathways the virus is spread. And please protest peacefully. Violence begets violence, and then the message is lost in the scuffles. There is no place for vandalism and destruction of properties. It could be your friend's mother's restaurant that you burned down, or an innocent store owner who's hanging on by a thread to survive the economic fallout. In this morning's interview on Good Morning America, Terrence Floyd said his brother George would want us to seek justice, but protest anger must be focused another way. It's okay to be angry, but channel your anger to do something positive or make a change another way, because we've been down this road already. He said, the anger damaging your hometown is not the way he would want. In summary, there is enough tragedy with George Floyd's death already. So let's not compound it with needless surges of the pandemic and suffering and more deaths as a result of it. Be careful and take care of yourself and those around you. To repeat Floyd's brother's words, channel your anger to do something positive or make a change another way. God bless you. and God bless humanity. We're all in this together to get through this troubled time. Tune in next week when I will talk about how to stay healthy while navigating reopening of America and the world. Until then, live long, live strong, and live happy.